Hey there, it's Christy. I hope everybody is staying safe and well. Yesterday, it was brought to my attention that theindependent.com had posted an article or information on J.K. Rowling's condemning life coaches because life coaches are pressuring people to be productive during lockdown. So she, I guess, had a series of tweets about mental health and the coronavirus pandemic. And she had basically criticized some social media users who are top coaches, if you want to call that, for implying that people are losers if they aren't learning a new skill on lockdown during this crisis. And I guess she took to Twitter to accuse life coaches of shaming others and argued that the endless distraction cannot cure depression. So she wrote, if you are a life coach who's implying people are losers if they aren't learning a new skill or building a brand while in lockdown, maybe stop. People have challenges you know nothing about, and sometimes getting through something is more than enough. And so there are a couple of things. First of all, well-trained coaches like the ones with the Quantum Success Coaching Academy would never, ever label someone as a loser. So I just think there's a lot of things that people think about life coaches, just like some people think things about lawyers. And putting all life coaches in one lump of, of all lawyers are this, or all coaches are this, or all coaches shouldn't do this, is like saying like all doctors are the same. When you have, dermatologists, you have internal medicine doctors, there's a whole spectrum of coaches. And top performance coaches, which I've been trained by many of them, I've been a coach for over 20 years, they base their whole strategy with clients on motivating them and having them take massive action. Well, that's not all coaches, because at the QSCA, we train coaches on the universal laws, specifically the 7 essential laws: attraction, deliberate creation, law of allowing, the law of sufficiency and abundance, pure potentiality, detachment, and polarity. So a lot of people have misperceptions and, really things out there that don't know truly what coaching is, and that there is a very big generalization, that there is a very big spectrum of what life coaches do. So to lump all life coaches into one, saying all lawyers are shady, well, that's not true. Or, all doctors are this, all life coaches are this way, is not true. And like I said, this is a gross misrepresentation. Not all coaches are created equal. And many, all of them, I would say, that have been trained through the Quantum Success Coaching Academy are not even like other coaches. I've been through other certification programs. Thank you. And I mean, I've had coaches that have been through other certification programs and came to the QSCA and had a very different experience, because what we do at the QSCA is we help people be inspired and not motivated. Motivation is coming from an outside stimulant. It's based on push and force and doing and, massive action and that sort of thing. Now, action is important. Obviously, we're human beings. We are physical beings. If we want to create something in the physical world, we do have to take some kind of action. But inspiration is where it comes from a deep connection and alignment to the divine in each different person. And for some people during this time, it might be their time to take massive action, because that was where they're being guided from their own divine being. I'm being guided right now to help as many people as I can learn about energy mastery and to start a new class on Tuesday and to do these kind of things. I was looking at my week and I'm like, dang, I'm full. And I'm happy to be full, because that means I'm helping people through these situations, whether they're coaches or people that are just wanting help to learn how to become an energy master. I'm being called from my divine to step up now more than ever. But some of my clients, they're being asked to take this time to self-reflect, to heal, to just be. And that's where their inner being is encouraging them to be. And so not all people are created equal. Not all of us, there's no shoulds here. Not all of us should take a break and sleep in and, and take this time to heal, because a lot of us as coaches already have done that. We've been on the leading edge. We've been doing this inner work. And now we're ready to step out and to help as many people as we can. But it's not anybody else to determine what we should or shouldn't be doing. When you are in alignment with your divine self, and that alignment is inspiring you, your divine self is inspiring you to sit and be quiet and to meditate and to be, then do that. But if you are being inspired to, you're getting a download of a book, or you're getting a download of a brand in your company, or you're getting a download of how to do something differently in your company, then do that, because that's inspiration. It's not, the difference I always say is like, if you're going to go work out, and when you wake up in the morning, you're like, all right, come on, get yourself up. You could do it. Come on. You got to do this. Hey, if you don't go to the gym, you're going to feel the blah, blah, blah. Come on, it's going to make you're out. It's like an outside motivation trying to raw you into some kind of action. But if you're in alignment with well-being and all the things that you desire to have your body be in that alignment of your divine design of well-being, you're going to wake up in the morning and feel that inspiration to go for the run, or to go for the walk, or to go do an online, class, or to, when the gym's open again, go to the gym. It's coming from inside. So if a person is so inspired, why is that wrong? There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually encouraged. So another tweet that Rowling said is that implying that people are lazy or unmotivated if they're not knocking out masterpieces on a daily basis isn't inspiring. It's a form of shaming. It's if endless distraction cured depression, no rich person or workaholic would have ever killed themselves. Sadness and anxiety aren't weaknesses. They're natural human response to difficulty and anger. And she continues, allowing ourselves to feel what we feel and acknowledging that we have a good reason to feel that way. It's a better route back to good mental health than beating ourselves up for not being superhuman. And with that, I agree with what she's saying. Everything is energy. We need to be real, honest, and present with ourselves. We need to be able to feel what we feel. Even the most conscious people right now have stuff coming up. And if you allow yourself to feel what's coming up for you and let that energy move through you, that's why I'm talking about, mastering your own energy. When you have a thought, that thought is going to create momentum unless you know how to stop that thought, unless you are able to stop that thought from coming into creating emotions and then letting your emotions getting involved in it and then creating more thoughts. It's an important skill to understand, okay, that thought is going to take me down a road that I just don't want to go down. And it's going to create emotions. So let me find a better feeling thought. Let me find the energy of that thought. So I'm not, continuing to cut the weed at the top. So I'm pulling it out and pulling the weed out by energy, by taking out the imprint, by isolating the emotions, and then being able to move on. And it all starts from a place of, what are we going to put our own free will and choice on? Faith or fear? Are we going to allow our faith portal to open and to allow ourselves to be moved by faith or fear? Everything is energy, and we have to be open and honest with our feelings. And I agree with what she's saying, to suppress or deny any type of feeling, they stay stuck inside of ourselves like an imprint, and we'll continue to create from that point. We need to feel ourselves in order to process the energy. And the only way to heal through anything, especially during times like this, is to master your own energy and to process the energy when it does feel off. We are divinely designed to thrive and feel good. And sometimes thriving means sleeping in and getting rest. And sometimes thriving means writing a book. But no person should judge someone for what their own unique experience is right now. We're all going through a universal thing right now for the first time in history. All of us, doesn't matter who we are or how much money we make or not, if we're a parent or not, if we're a celebrity or not, what nationality we're, if we're a Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. It's a universal thing. And yet each and every one of us has our own unique experience of what will come out of this. We all have our choice. We all have our free will. And if you're not in a place of connecting and being influenced by higher energy from a higher source, from a higher feeling of abundance and success and well-being and love and all the places where our source is, our divine, we can in a moment by moment basis be filled up with the truth of who we are and not give way to this realm where most people are freaking out because they are not energy masters. They're not clear on what they have faith in. If they have fear, they're having faith in what they don't want. If you're looking, I'm running around to so many people in our neighborhood and they're like, we're thriving right now. We're doing great. This is family time. And I'm like, yeah, because it's always a choice. It's always a choice. I know some family members are like, oh my God, I'm freaked out and paranoid and fearful right now. Well, that's a choice. And some people don't have the awareness and consciousness. They can choose something different. And so I understand where there are people that have mental health issues. I had a sister that was bipolar. She, was constantly addicted to drugs. She was depressed, manic and then depressed. She ultimately committed suicide. Most of you know that story. And coaches, back to the coaches and what J.K. Rowling was saying, coaches are not frontline therapy. They're not frontline therapy for people that have manic depressant or that are bipolar or that have PTSD or that are sociopaths. It's not frontline therapy. Those people are better served by those that are psychologists and psychiatrists and even family therapists. So I put a link for some, I know many of you are already QSCA coaches. For those that are not, and you're even thinking about being a coach or you're wanting to be coached, there's a link that you can go and check out what are the misperceptions about coaching, about the industry of coaching. And not all coaches are the same. The ones that coach on universal truths and principles know to never push or force a client to do something that they are not in alignment with. Alignment and momentum is our philosophy at the QSCA. There's no pushing, there's no shaming, there's certainly no name calling. There's no motivation or no pressure. We're here to support our clients where they are and soothe their energy so that they feel better in the now and come back to the truth of themselves and their own inner alignment with their divine self. That is always in well-being. That is always focused on the connection and alignment to abundance. That is always just knowing, a complete expectation that whatever you put your co-creative energy on with your divine self will lead to success. And that you can love and support each other without judgment. So I'm not here to judge J.K. Rowling's, and I'm not here to judge The Independent for posting that. I just wanted to be clear that there are a lot of coaches out there. It's a full spectrum. Some are high performance, go, 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 push, go, do more. Other ones are meditation teachers. And there's many, many others in between. And so if you're wanting to know more about how to become a coach that can truly align people and inspire people back to who they really are, then come join the QSCA, the Quantum Success Coaching Academy. You could start right away because now it's an evergreen, and you could start at your own pace. For those of you that are not wanting to be a coach, but are wanting to get coached, we actually offer, especially in times like this, people that are wanting coaching, wanting some help right now, that necessarily can't join the Quantum Energy Mastery course or some of the other things that I offer. You can email Beth at ChristyWhitman.com. It's Beth, B-E-T-H, at ChristyWhitman.com, and she will get you in touch with some of our coaches. And some of our coaches that have already graduated have been volunteering their time to help people in times like this. But a lot of the coaches in training are wanting to help people, and they want to get their coaching hours. So it's a win-win. So I'm just here to say that no coaching is the same. And if rah motivation, high performance stuff doesn't feel good for you, then don't have that type of coach. Have a coach that inspires you to who you really are. And that is the divine being of love. You are light incarnate. That's who you are. There's no other truth. That is the highest spiritual truth. And that you are an energy receiver. We're always receiving energy in. And each one of us have been given our own free choice. That's our free will. Cannot be messed with. So we are choosing where we're receiving our energy, where we're receiving influence from energetically. And if you're feeling a lot of this here, there's a lot of fear and a lot of stuff going on, just take a moment, because in your asking your divine self to fill you up with success or abundance or joy or well-being or contentment or peace or calm or any of those emotions, and you allow yourself to just receive that energy. And Maxim asked me last night, he goes, why do people that do healing work always have the energy come down from the top of the head? I love that question, because that's where a spiritual center is. It's like, it's all around us, right? It's like you can't separate where divine is, but that energy is like a waterfall of light. It allows the human being to feel like you're being fulfilled in this moment, right here, right now. Just breathe in whatever it is that you're wanting to feel right now. Breathe in that sense of calm. Breathe in that sense of peace. Breathe in that sense of joy, whatever it is. Breathe it in and then send it out. Because what you send out will then come back to you. So I appreciate all you so much. I appreciate this community, because if you haven't noticed, we've got a pretty high vibrational community here, and I'm really grateful for all of you, and I'm grateful to have these kind of level of conversations with all of you. So have an amazing day, everybody. Please be well, take care of yourselves, and know that you are divinely designed to thrive and feel good.
Thank you for watching. Check out the related videos here, and please subscribe to my channel for more. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and comment below what you think.